Welcome back at Peet Shoe Dryers. They like to say they invented dry, and after 44 years of business, this North Idaho company has created an extremely loyal following.
And they're still the #1 name in footwear dryers. Derek Deis traveled to St. Mary's for another Made in the Northwest success story.
Here in the lumberjack country of St. Mary's, Idaho, down a forest road, you'll find a company born at least partly out of discomfort.
I guess I just hated putting on wet shoes.
84-year-old Gene Peet, a former electrical contractor, knew there had to be a better way for outdoorsmen to dry their boots. So in the 60s, he started tinkering.
I had a kitchen table and didn't have any material, but beer cans worked, and so that's what I used.
From that, Gene invented the very first footwear dryer, settling on the 38-watt convection dryer they still use today. Making the earliest models was a family affair.
Blair was making shoe dryers when he was 10 years old.
Blair, who's now the president of Peet Shoe Dryers, remembers the primitive work in his dad's old shop.
The machinery right now doesn't look very fancy, but it was horrible before.
Still, all the machines in the current shop were made by Gene and Blair themselves, including this unique one that cuts and rolls aluminum for the dryer's heat shield, and this spin weld that welds the plastic pieces together. The product may not be fancy, but it works.
It's just simple, it doesn't quit.
And it lasts.
People have been using them for over, probably getting close to 40 years.
To repair or replace a shoe dryer.
He said, well, I had it in the garage and I drove over it with a car. You need a new shoe dryer.
One of the nice things about the Peet Shoe Dryer is that it helps your shoes last longer, and the machine also doesn't make any noise. So you simply slide your shoes on, then you can sit back, relax, and just let them dry.
But the Peets also realize foot perspiration is a tough sell.
A lot of people don't realize that they perspire every day in their footwear, and the continual use of it each day, is a big benefit.
And unless you do something to drive it out, dry it, it'll accumulate, and so does the odors.
Peet now offers 10 different dryers and 3 dry ports for things like gloves and helmets. They've sold more than 4 million of their dryers worldwide, mostly to hunters and fishermen.
People that are either making a living in the outdoors or recreating in the outdoors.
They're trying to sell more in the motorsports and athletic worlds, and having an established brand name in Peet leads Blair to believe they're close to taking off.
Honestly, I think we'll be a quite large company, down the road.
And they'll remain just down the road in St. Mary's.
And I think the townspeople, too, enjoy having our company here, too.
Where Peets and their company were born and raised. For Made in the Northwest, I'm Derek Deis, KXOY 4 HD News.